The Liberty CDA, a community in Lagos, has been without power supply in Lagos since March 2020. As a result of bad power transformer, residents in the community have lamented unbearable living conditions as businesses and other economic activities have been crippled owing to lack of power supply in that community in Idimu, Ikotun area of Lagos. Speaking on effort taken so far to ensure that power is restored in the area, the community leaders told VanguardTV that Ikeja Electric has asked residents to contribute 10,000 naira per building in the community with over 700 houses. Ikeja Electric, however, denied the allegation, saying residents asked to be disconnected. All right, we're here live at Liberty CDA here in Ikotun area of Lagos, and we're in front of Oladumoye transformer. And residents in the area have been complaining about blackout for over 5 months. But we're here to find out what has been going on here at Liberty CDA, to find out what the residents in this area they are experiencing in terms of the light situation. Let's go and find out what they have to say.
My name is Evangelist Dr. Ojetoye. I was a former chairman of that Oladumoye Transformer Committee, and I am a shepherd in charge of Lulu Central Parish, a church situated within the same community. And I'm aware that that transformer was bought by the community 22 years ago, and that only 500 kVA transformer is feeding so many buildings, not less than about 300 houses. They're having a lot of problems on it. There has been load shedding. One street will have it for one day, another street will have it for another day. Well, most of the problem we have that is setting the community against each other is that when the street is having the light and they enjoy it, the following day there will be a problem, and we are being given a prepaid, an estimated bill. So most of the bills that are given to us were not consumed. We don't utilize the power, understand me? And we make so many frantic efforts to get to Ikeja Electric to solve the problem. All we need is a release transformer, and the problem is probably creating a problem within the community, setting us against each other. You can imagine when your own house has a light for 2 days and another place cannot have it for another day. There's a lot of problems. That is the problem we're having with the Ikeja Electric. Okay.
My name is Olubumi Martins, and I stay on Razak Tijani Street. Razak Tijani is one of the 14 streets that are affected by the problem you have with Ikeja Electric. Basically, as explained by the former chairperson of the Transformer Committee, we bought the transformer 22 years ago, and for about 12 years on now, we have been on load shedding. 12 years continuously on load shedding. The bulk of the residents here are not on prepaid meter, so we are billed on a monthly basis by estimated billing. We have tried to reconcile some of these issues with Ikeja Electric, but they have adopted a stance of non-cooperation. In actual fact, they have a disdainful attitude towards us. When you talk to them, they will respond, and then they will not fulfill whatever it is that they have promised. Now, when we requested for a relief transformer about 5 months ago, in actual fact, this transformer was disabled on our request. It wasn't that they disabled it. We asked them specifically to disable the transformer because of their false promises to provide relief. And because relief wasn't forthcoming, we said, okay, disable this current one because it's no longer big enough to sustain about 11 streets. So they disabled it about 5 months ago. Now, in those period, they have continued to give us estimated bills. And we raised this issue with Ikeja Electric. We raised the issue with NEC. NEC said to us in their last mail to us that they have received our complaints and they were looking into it. And then subsequently, when we try to follow up to ascertain where exactly we are and who the desk officer that we should relate to is, they kept quiet. Now Ikeja Electric up till about 4 days ago said to us that we have an approval for relief transformer, and then we said, look, let's substantiate your assurance to us that we have a relief transformer. They kept quiet. All their correspondences and information to us have been verbal. When we do a written letter to them, they will respond by way of telephone call. So basically, we are at a loss as to what is going on, and then the community itself is beginning to be on fire. The people, when they gather here for about 2 months continuously, you won't believe this, people gather here to discuss this issue of transformer, and then they end up fighting each other and throwing all kinds of insults at each other over an issue that Ikeja Electric should ordinarily take responsibility for. So we don't want Ikeja Electric to set this community on fire. So please, our appeal simply is, tell Ikeja Electric for us, okay, that they should do what they should do. Provide a relief transformer, ensure that houses are connected with prepaid bills, and then there won't be any problem. But they have put us in a situation where we have given each other an ultimatum as to when some people should contribute 10,000 naira for the purchase of another transformer. And when the new transformer is purchased, you now cede the ownership. You concede the ownership of that same transformer to Ikeja Electric.
My name is Ikeja Electric. I'm representing one of the 14th Street, Ayilara Street. I'm one of the executive there. The issue of these 10,000 of it just came up lately. Are you with me? Initially, we wrote to NEPA to give us a relief transformer. As rightly Mr. A and Mr. B has already said, this transformer, they got it 22 years ago. And they're serving about 12 community street. In the 14 community, you can imagine there are how many houses that was erected there. So the thing we have been having the epilepsy power supplied. Every day we kept on calling them, talking to them, financing them, giving them money to come and service us. Yet the result is that at the end of the day, you see them every month they will come for their bills. The issue of 10,000 just came up after 5 solid good months. We asked them to disable this transformer that we are tired of them. We expect them to give us prompt and response relief transformer. Simple, like that was what we requested for, in order to enhance the light within the community. And at the end of the day, we've been on it for the past 4 months. 5 months. PACN, instead of them to do the right thing, they try to dwell in us by calling individual, calling for disharmony between the society, which is uncalled for. They should do the right thing. The right thing to do is they are in the business. They should do their business so that they serve us with what we needed. The issue of 10,000 just came up of late, that they said each building within the community should contribute 10,000. At the end of the day, money, this one we bought 22 years ago, we give it to them. They are the one managing it. You can't get closer to it. And we've been buying poles, we've been maintaining cables, we've been doing all sort of things by ourselves. There was even a time the pole fell down there. We bought a pole around 10:30 in the night. We were trying to erect the pole. NEPA people came. They started insulting us. Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do that? Though we chase them away. That we have to provide light for our own community at our own peril, and at the end of the day, come back the following day and start billing us, which is uncalled for. This day and age, you got a transformer 22 years ago. You cannot provide a relief for the past 5 months. They are illegally on it to today. You talk to them, they will tell, when you call Mr. Manager A, they will tell you stories, another Mr. B will tell you stories, it has been approved, it has been up to today for the past 5 months. We are tired. Told them initially, since we started, disengage us and stop sending bills. Because how can they send bills to others if you don't use light? The one they've been sending before, sir, you don't use it. 2 days in, 1 day off. Out of these 2 days, 1 day off might not even have light for 2 days. When you complain that the scene that is having the problem, they will come and repair. Before they get to the next bus stop, the light is off again. You have to call them again. You use your bills, you use your power, you use connection, you use everything to call them. Yet I didn't no result. We are tired. This day, 22 years ago, no solution to IKEDC. So we are tired. We know what is going on in government. They just got so much money now. Who collected the money? What is the money meant for? We are tired. I want you to give you the list. I will give you uncounted names as I'm standing here. When you call Mr. A, as government official, will tell you stories. Call Mr. B, tell you stories. Mr. C, tell you stories. What is outcome? Nothing. You can imagine for a number of 5 months. Are you with me? People have been sick as a result of it. People buy food. They lost their food inside the freezer. Everybody is managing this economy. Why is it, if you don't put them in order, maybe by the time you take them to court, they will know what to do. You know, even if after government something, you can't fight government. But before this issue of will come up in 6 months, come after 6 months, just to shake them. At the end of the nothing comes out of it. I would still working. The legal luminary is working. They're working on it. Seriously, that one is still going on there. That is it. People buy fuel. You maintain. The issue of buying fuel is not even the issue. You can look for 500 to get fuel. What of the maintenance of your generator? Wear and tears every day. I know what I'm telling. It's guilty. During this period now, armed robber came not 2 or 3 times to come and rob us. Where did even light set? Armed robber came. Not talk of there is no light. I was trying to settle with a security man about 2 days ago. The very first thing the guy is complaining about is the light. The light every night. We've been in dark, and they don't care. Every one of us has their number. Yes, all the managers call them. Even the last meeting we had, we call one of the managers. Fake promises. Fake promises.
Because he told us that
it has been approved. Yeah, approved for how many months? Are you going to wait until next indefinitely to get it? We are tired.
According to residents in their community, they spend over 5,000 naira daily buying fuel and water to ensure that their daily living standard is met.
Since the March, no light for this area. They suffer for this area, no light. Customer they complain. Sometimes I will buy fuel to do the hair for customer. Buy fuel 1,000, 2,000. Sometimes no get inside. Money to pay for rent for shop. They go pay that one too. And then no light, no road. Everybody they suffer for this area. All my they say drinking something. People they come say there is no coal, it's no coal. They go another place go and buy. Not light for this area since March. So please help us to bring another transformer. Before March, say transformer no the light no they stay. If you bring light today, now tomorrow go off. Once I go get, once I no go get. So the suffering is too much for this area. About a transformer. Please, I beg, give us another transformer. Because of this transformer, if you don't pack, go another place. Say them this area no good, and they no road, no lights. A market say no they move for this area. So everybody they suffer because of transformer.
It's really affected me because for the past many months now I've not been able to sell anything because due to the frozen food, the customers in the area, once the frozen food is not freeze very well, they won't be able to buy. They will prefer going outside. And I've been using my generator for the past 3-4 months now. After using it, there will be a problem with the generator and I'll still have to repair. Assuming there is light, I'll use the generator a little bit and I'll use the light. But now I've not been making any sales there. Even you can see my freezer now, I'm not even selling for now. I'm waiting till I'm expecting the light. So now we can't sell anything. Without the frozen, they are not ready to buy any other thing. People will tell you I'll prefer buying everything outside. But if you have the frozen, after buying their chicken or fish, you'll buy other things. But without that, we can't make any sales. My message to the NEPA is that they should help us in our area here because we really need the lights. And the children, everybody needs it. Only me that I'm selling the frozen. Imagine the health of everybody. We need that light because light is part of health. So we need it generally in our area. They should kindly please, they should help us because it's not easy. We have been in dark for the past more than 6 months now. We've been in dark. So they should kindly help us at least.
My name is Paul Owing. I'm from. I'm the organizer of this very street. So it's been for a while now. We've been living. I mean, for before the coronavirus. Now there have not been lights. The transformer has been. I've not been working. They said the transformer maybe the street were like waiting for a relief transformer. So for over 6 months, over 6 months now, but nothing is really coming up. So we're going in him every day, coming out same day, same thing, no lights. Even to iron clothes, we don't iron our clothes anymore. We go out just that way. They'll be promising us that they'll be bringing the light back for over some months now. We are not seeing any. It's really affecting because We don't iron our clothes. We're going out. Home, children couldn't from what you're telling. We don't know what's going on. We don't hear the news. We don't watch anything on television. If there's anything going on, we're not even aware because there's no light. And it's not every family that can avoid the petroleum to run their generator set. So it's not easy. It's not really going. It's not easy. But the streets now, we are now waiting for a relief transformer. Because the transformer we have here, I've been working for some time now. They'll be sharing lights for, in 2 days on, a day off. And it's not, in fact, the light is not even regular. The 2 days is not even, within the 2 days, we might spend just 8 hours using the light within 2 days. So it's not, so now, we, residents of this area now, we want a relief transformer so that the light will be there anytime we need it. Because now when we wake up in the morning, we're going to work, you can't hang on our clothes. It's not good. At this point in time, everybody is clamoring for a relief transformer so that there will be lights regular.
Reacting to the 10,000 naira allegation and other issues raised by the Liberty CDA, the head corporate communication Ikeja Electric, Felix Ofulwe, said, quote, "The allegation of 10,000 naira is bogus if the community cannot provide the names of the Ikeja Electric officials who made the request. Where is the justification? The real situation is that Oladumoye 11/0.415 distribution transformer wrote to Ikeja Electric requesting for a relief distribution transformer DT on the grounds that they have been on load shedding for about 10 years. They also complained of incessant faults on the DT. Upon receiving their request, the business unit carried out major maintenance work on the DT with the intention of drastically reducing the fault rate on it. Sequel to completion of the maintenance work, effort to restore supply to the community was officially rejected via written letters. Despite the persuasion by the management of the business unit for them to allow Ikeja Electric restore supply while we work around providing a relief DT, the community has remained adamant till date that it's either a relief DT or no supply. However, providing a relief DT to the community is a priority and will be sorted as quickly as possible." End of quote. The residents of Liberty CDA, a community in Idimu area of Lagos State, have bared their minds on the ugly situation prevailing in their community. They are appealing to the authorities in charge, especially the Ikeja Electric power provider, to come to their aid. I am Precious Chukudi reporting for Vanguard TV.